I had things to do. I I'll be honest.
I'm gonna counter that, Mike. I'm gonna counter that though, because Power Rangers came out around the same time. You like that though?
I love Power Rangers. Welcome, everybody, to the Multiverse Unlimited podcast. We are proud to have you here. We almost got a full crew. We got about 6 members here with us. We got a good show lined up for you. Tonight we have Tasha.
Hello.
We got that one guy, Rob.
Hello.
We got the mean old man, QP.
Hey, Mike, you're doing a great job, man.
Cool as Ice Tea Money in the corner.
What's up?
And we got our man in charge. We got Cosmic Lou. We're going to hand this off to Lou.
Oh man. Thank you. I'm far from in charge. I would be nothing without you guys. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Welcome everybody, and thank you, Mike, for the intro. Very much appreciated. Tash has done it. QP's done it. T Money's done it. Now Mike has done it, and Rob just promised off Mike that he would do it. So coming soon.
I want to do it again. I want to practice this time. I want to get some practice, do some push-ups. Let's get ready.
Some vocal push-ups. Vocal push-ups.
He's like, it felt good. I want some more.
Yeah, I want to be better prepared this time, but I got it.
It's been a slow week, but not super slow because we had the passing of Gilbert Gottfried. Now, he's made a lot of movies, some of them forgettable, but most of them not. Some of his characters were actually like staples in my life. When I think of Gilbert Godfrey, I think of Iago from Aladdin. I'm molting, that was one of my favorites. And he had a lot of great roles. But when he was older, not super old, but I hate to see him. I hate to see that he passed. So, what is your Gilbert Godfrey moment, QP?
It's Aladdin.
Aladdin.
That's the one that sticks out, like that. And he had he was on the Cosby Show a couple episodes early, and he had it was him, Sinbad, Bill Cosby, and Theo. They were going to buy a car. Right.
Yes.
That's like one of the funniest moments. Like he was trying to hide what he did, and Sinbad's like, well, what do you do? He's like, I work hard. And he was dressed like in sweats and everything, and Gilbert Gottfried shows up. Dr. Huxtable, like, why are you dressed like this? Like, he wears designer sweaters, and Sinbad's looking at him like, oh, you got money. So, that and Aladdin are the moments that stick out for me with him.
All right. Tasha, you being the youngest, not picking at you.
Oh, yeah.
Not seriously, not.
He just told you to raise your hand, Tash.
Yeah. Me, it's just Aladdin, to be honest. Him as Iago is mostly what I know him for. There have been a couple of videos. Okay, one of my favorite videos of him is when he's reading 50 Shades of Grey, I think. He's just doing a voiceover for 50 Shades, and so he's... Does anybody remember this?
No. I try to forget 50 Shades as much as I can.
He just read, it was just a small video of him like reading a page from the book, and with his voice doing it, it was just funny. But
it's similar to how, they had Samuel Jackson sitting there reading his book, in like on a chair, and his robe and everything. Did the same thing. Gilbert Godfrey just screaming out pages of 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, that sounds disturbing.
Oh, but it's so funny. He's
Rob,
gonna be missed.
Yeah, Rob, what's your Gilbert Godfrey memory?
I mean, the one that sticks the most definitely is Iago. But I remember his super raunchy rant in the Aristocrats. If you ever see that, The joke about the super naughty joke. They had a scene in there where he was one of the comedians that tried to do a 9/11 joke a little too early, and everybody started booing him. So he went into the aristocrats joke and grossed everybody out. But that one, and he was the Affleck duck. And he's just he's that voice that is just, it when you hear it. He's in so many things, even if it's just a small role. And he's also in a lot of the when Comedy Central was still doing the roasts of various celebrities.
Yeah,
him screaming at them with his voices was always a highlight of those as well.
Yeah. The roast, man, the Comedy Central roasts were epic. The last one I remember watching and enjoying was Drew Carey's. Yeah, it was Drew Carey's. That was a great one.
Yeah.
So, Mike?
I don't think I really have a Gilbert Godfrey movie. I wasn't a big fan of Aladdin. I was in high school when it came out, so I don't think I ever really watched Aladdin, to be honest with you. It came out in 92. I came out of high school in 93. I was doing things by that time. I had things to do. I'll be honest.
I'm gonna counter that, Mike. I'm gonna counter that though, because Power Rangers came out around the same time. You like that though?
I love Power Rangers, but that's also kids doing martial arts and giant Megazords and monsters. Gilbert Gottfried.
Hey man, there was some action in Aladdin. Come on.
Yeah, Aladdin was kind of groundbreaking, man.
It was.
I got you.
It won't Power Rangers. I'll watch Power Rangers right now over Aladdin. I'll watch Power Rangers, the new one is 2017 over Aladdin. I promise you I will. But I'm not bashing. I think the only thing that pops in my mind for Gilbert Gottfried that I really watched, wasn't he one of the pigeons in Dr. Dolittle? Like one of the two pigeons at the end that was just the first one.
Dolittle.
He was, wasn't he?
The Eddie Murphy Dr. Dolittle.
The Eddie Murphy one. The good one. Okay. Yeah, he was in that one.
Okay. I can remember that one too.
And I think he like pooped on a cop or something. He shit in his head and like, I saw you pigeon in this and then that's the first thing that pops in my head.
Oh, that's great.
If it was on today, matter of fact. So, but yeah, that's my Gilbert Godfrey, I guess.
All right. AT, man. I love the shirt. I do.
Thank you. Tell the folks what it says.
T is wearing one of my Cosmic Lou shirts, man.
Yes, sir.
You got to rep it. That's great.
Got to promote.
Yeah. I got to put out some more gear, man. Even though it never really took off. It's okay, though. It's kind of like Champion. It's like Champion's now big. When I was in high school, Champion was what I wore. Champion, like the Champion sweatshirts, like with the big C on it. But we like
some
that.
Of those too.
Yeah, because I was broke. I am broke.
But I understand that.
There we go. T's giving me a fish. Like, yes, man, I'm with you. All right, so Gilbert Gottfried, man, what do you got for me, T?
Yeah, so not to beat a dead horse, but also Iago. Also, there was any of you grew up around the same time. Well, obviously, a lot of you grew up around the same time I did. Married with Children, iconic sitcom. He was in a two-parter where they, I think Peggy won a trip on a cruise ship, and the ship winds up going down like the Titanic. And the second part of the two-parter, they're trapped on a raft. And so it's the Bundys, the Darcys, and Gilbert Gottfried. He was the entertainment on the ship, and he's driving them crazy on this raft. And like they're trapped at sea on this raft, and they've got no idea when help is coming. And Al's just ready to kill everybody on the raft. It's just an incredibly funny episode, and Gilbert Gottfried's doing all this crazy stuff to try to entertain him, and Al's just ready to shoot himself in the head because the joke is like the stuff that Gilbert Gottfried's doing. It's not like it's funny to us, but it's driving Al nuts, and he's just ready to just go overboard and like drink the salt water, whatever he's got to do to get out of the situation. So yeah, that's one of my favorite memories of Gilbert Gottfried. I just had another one. Problem Child 2. I can't remember exactly who it was, but somebody took me to see Problem Child 2 in the theater, and that is probably my earliest memory of Gilbert Gottfried and hearing that iconic voice for the first time.
I was going to mention the same thing, but I didn't think any of you guys saw Problem Child 2.
Yeah. I was that one other guy.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he was in the first one too, right? He was in
I don't
1
know,
and 2, right?
but I definitely know he was in the second one because I saw that before I saw the first one. I saw that in the theater, and then I saw the first one later on video.
Yeah, he was in that.
I
Mr.
was
Peabody.
wrong. He was the dog in Dr. Dolittle. The one that was hopping up and down. He wasn't the pigeon. That was Gary Shandling was a pigeon. He was the dog.
I thought he was
the little hyper dog. Am I alone here? That he kept screaming. I remember that. That was him. Gary Shandling was the pigeon, I believe. I want to say
Gary Shandling. He was also like, I think of Gary Shandling. He was a senator. Hail Hydra.
He was. Oh yeah, in the movie. Okay, I thought you were in life, like Maury Povich or something.
No. What? No.
Not Maury Povich. What's the other guy's name? Jerry. The top talk show host everybody wanted to
Jerry
to fight.
Springer.
Jerry Springer. Yeah, he was a politician, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was?
I think he was a politician.
Yeah, before he was a talk show.
Oh, yeah, he was a mayor of Cincinnati, wasn't he?
Something like that.
Yeah, some town. Yeah.
Jeez.
Only reason I know because I watched the Dark Side of the 90s recently, and they mentioned that.
Jeez. Wow. Yeah, I never knew that about Mr. Springer. Wow.
He tried to run for something else afterwards?
For his life?
Jerry Springer.
Man, anybody who's ever told that you're the father or you're not the father, somebody running out of the back of Springer all the time.
He had a movie about the show in the late 90s. Michael Jai White was in that joint.
He was like
Michael Jai
Circus Master or something, Ringmaster or something like that.
Yeah, Ringmaster.
Yeah, he was Ringmaster.
Yeah.
Michael Jai White. Man, he could have been such a great sar. That's a whole nother episode by itself.
Yeah.
He could have been a great star, man. He just got
Michael Dudikoff, the American Ninja.
That's true.
If anybody remembers that guy, he was in
I remember Dudikoff. Mr. Splits guy. Wow.
We had all the failed Michaels were in that movie.
Damn, I feel attacked.
No, you ain't failed, man.
I wanted that movie, but
at all.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, Tasha, I want to hear your voice a little bit. Tell me about some Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yes. Okay. So the 20th anniversary, you laughing at me. Look, I'm happy. The 20th anniversary event for Kingdom Hearts happened in Japan earlier this week. And during the whole celebration, they decided to announce 3 new Kingdom Hearts games. 2 are going to be on, I think it's like phone and Android, iOS. And then the last thing they announced was Kingdom Hearts 4. And I lost my mind. Now, there are people out there who thought that Kingdom Hearts 3 was crap. And I don't care. I enjoyed it. I had fun. The graphics were beautiful. Was the gameplay a little too easy? Probably, but I didn't care. I was there for the immersion of the world that we've known Kingdom Hearts to be. So there are people out there who have said, oh man, with Kingdom Hearts 4, now we're going to have to wait another 10, 15 years before this one comes out. And, you know, the story is so convoluted. I'm basically dropping this game. I'm in it. Now, when they first showed the trailer, it looked like the graphics were more so in the Final Fantasy kind of character design, the latest series of games. And so I was like, okay, they changed Sora's character design again. I don't know if I like it or not. I'm in it. It's still, you know, first impressions, and I'm looking at it like the graphics are just so beautiful. I really don't care right now. But we see Sora in this world that pretty much looks like our own, and they called it the Quadratum realm. I hope I am pronouncing that right. So in the end of the 3rd game, spoilers for everybody, this game is 3 years old. Sora basically sacrificed himself to save Kyrie again, but he did it in a way that was taboo. He kind of reversed time a little bit to alter from her getting kidnapped and killed and whatnot. So it had a consequence where he basically is in between like life and death at the moment. So he's in this realm.
Oh, Doctor Strange.
That's look, maybe. I don't. I really wish I had more info to give you, but I don't know. So he wakes up in this world, and this big giant Heartless comes into town, and so we're like, okay, well, how is this Heartless in basically like an underworld? And that's pretty much all we got. It was just a little snippet of, this game is in the making. And then at the very end, they cut to Donald and Goofy, which, by the way, hearing their Japanese voices is hilarious. They're searching in the dark. I guess they're looking for Sora to figure out where exactly he went, because he kind of disappeared. There was no body. His body just evaporated, in a sense. And so it looks like they ran into Hades from the Disney's Hercules movie. So we don't know where the story is going to go just yet. Based off of how the third game ends, Organization 13 is kind of like gone, but a member of Organization 13, who's known as the Master of Masters, is still around, and yeah, there's still more to unpack. So,
okay,
long tangent short. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Listen, you're passionate.
Short.
You're passionate.
I'm excited. I'm wearing my Riku shirt right now. I'm so excited. So if I have to wait another 10, 15 years,
I can dig it.
So be it. And it's going to be on the Unreal 5 engine. It was announced.
You'll be our age when it comes out.
She'll just be 30.
According to your children, yeah. I'll be 30.
Hey, man. Yeah. Exactly. You'll be 30-ish. Maybe. I don't know. But, you're passionate. I played Kingdom Hearts a while ago. I never played 3. I love the art. I love how it goes. I just never really got into it. That's just,
Did they show if Sora had size 20 shoes still?
In this world, he does not. He doesn't. He has normal size shoes. Which I'm like, okay, that's still a little weird, but I think it's because of just the world he's in. Normally, depending on what world you're visiting in the game, his outfit and appearance change to the theme of where he is. So because we're in this realistic world, he has realistic size shoes.
Unless you're Mike Jones. Mike Jones wears like a size 19 or something like that.
15, sir. 15.
15s.
15.
I was close.
Yeah, it was in the teens. It was round up. It's all right. Past 5, I guess.
Oh, man. All right. Stranger Things 4. Now, the trailer dropped. It looks very interesting. I looked at it, earlier, like immediately earlier. Bobby Brown looks older, and I forgot that the sheriff was in Russia. So that's a thing. And how do we feel about the Stranger Things 4 trailer?
I tapped out at season 2, so I haven't even watched trailer. I didn't even. Season 2 was enough for me. I really didn't know they were even still doing it. I was like, this is still happening. So yeah, that's all I got. 2 was good, but I don't have interest to go back in that world. I'm good.
All right, T, what do you got, man?
That's all I got. Yeah, looks like this is the finale. This is it. So they are going all out with the budget. It looks like they going into they going really, really heavy into the fantasy. It's going all out with like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter kind of vibes with the monsters and the special effects. So I'm here for it. Yeah. So it looks like it's going to be a good send off, and it's also funny because it looks like the only one that is aged is the black kid. He's the only one that looks like a man, like
and we don't crack though. Why is he getting older?
Everybody else like the exact same age they were like 3 years ago when we left them.
Yeah, he looks eligible for the draft this year, the NFL draft.
When he new edition movie, I mean,
I'm gonna have to look at some recaps though, because I'm not the type. I don't really go back and watch full seasons, even though like these Netflix shows are only 10 episodes. I'm not the type to really go back and go through all that again. So I'm gonna watch some recaps to get me ready for this upcoming season, and I'll be good to go. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. I'm like you. I'm gonna go back and watch some YouTube, like cut and paste stuff. I'm gonna get down with that. Oh man, Quincy, what do you think?
To Terrence's point, like I don't really remember much from these previous seasons. Like I do rewatch seasons, but I don't rewatch those seasons. They're and this isn't like a slight against the show, but those are long seasons to me, and it's a lot in them. But the trailer, like I'm excited about a conclusion. I think that's a true I want to say gift of writing with a TV show, because sometimes things go on too long.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can wrap it up and it makes sense, then like that's impressive to me. I like to see how it ends. Like I'm glad Hop isn't dead, but we kind of knew that already. I'll be watching it. Can't wait.
All right. Rob, what about you, man? The one guy.
I was really liking how dark the tone was. They had like a really like
no one walks in the Mordor type of feel.
Yeah, it's like the tone is really dark. They have a very menacing version of Journey's what was it? Somewhere, whatever that song is. I can't remember what it's called. And we see basically the mastermind behind the Upside Down. I mean, that we presume he is the looking very Hellraiser, and I'm looking forward to it. I still remember some of the last season, but it's that with COVID and everything. It's been a few years since that ended.
Yeah,
so I might need another recap on that one as well.
Yeah, I YouTube that for sure. Yeah. You and Rob and me on YouTube. Wash the dishes. Just kidding. Tash, what you got, man?
I'm gonna say I'm in the same boat. I have watched all 3 seasons, but I don't really remember what happened in the 3rd season aside from Bob dying. Good old Bob, Winona Ryder's new
Bob.
boo, and he passed. That's all I can really remember. I think I am gonna look up a recap, just like you guys said, only because rewatching that season, it's like 8 episodes at least, I think, and it's an hour long. It's just it's a lot of time for rewatch.
Yeah.
And these kids, I remember from season 1 how small they are, and now they're so big. So watching this trailer, I'm like, man, they're getting older. I was just like, time is just flying.
You're crying because you're getting older. That's what you're crying about.
Yep. I was just like, okay, I'm getting older. All right. Reality setting in.
I think this show is... Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I am excited to see how the whole story comes to a close and how we can just tie off our world from the world of the Upside Down, which is where all those demons and monsters are coming from.
Yeah. I think this show was supposed to be like the next gen Goonies. But Goonies, those kids were the same exact age, for the whole movie. But now you're like, how long has this been out? Like 7 years? 6 years? Something like that?
I think something like that.
Yeah, the Goonies never got old. But now these kids are getting older. They're driving. Apparently the black kid is voting. And
taxes.
He's filing taxes. He has real world issues now, So I like Stranger Things.
I do too. I like the nostalgia of the 80s. And to your point, like season 3 came out in 2019, so I don't even know when season 1 came out. So it's been a while.
It's been a
They
minute.
caught them kids right at the growth spurts.
Right. And Bobby Brown has made a lot of money.
She has, and like her growing up isn't as shocking because I guess she's been more in. She had the Sherlock Holmes series on. Was that Netflix?
That was
Netflix.
good though. It was really good.
Yeah, it was. I did like that, and the Godzilla movies. So we kind of seen her, but
yeah, I've seen her, so I'm used to seeing her growing up. But the black kid, I haven't really seen him in anything else. So it's like
we don't even know the black kid's name.
That's a grown ass
Wasn't he
man.
in the new edition?
I ain't got to.
Wasn't he one of the littles?
Well, that was one of the guys was mentioned for Miles Morales. Like, he's too old now. He look like Miles' father now. So like, he can't be Miles Morales anymore.
Had him at 16? Shit. No.
Season 1 came out
What
in
do you know this shit off the
2016.
black kid?
2016?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It says July 2016.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I guess they managed to get him out every year.
6 years.
Yeah, no shit. Wow.
Yeah, and I think that we would have gotten season 4 sooner if it wasn't for COVID.
Yeah.
I think COVID definitely played a part in that.
I think that's what Sony says too.
There it is.
No, a lot of people, like Warner Brothers, said that too about some of the. We'll get to that in a second.
Well, that was Batman got pushed back I want to say like a year or two because of COVID.
Really?
Yeah, they were shooting that movie forever, man.
No,
it felt like it.
No, Black Adam has gotten pushed back.
That one was.
I'm messing with you.
Planned at the dawn of time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Flash movie is basically a Batman movie at this point.
That's true. We'll get to that one too. That's going to be fun. Oh man, staying on the small screen, we're going to, get into Moon Knight and Halo. Let's talk about Moon Knight first. Now, this episode was a lot. I mean, it's getting up there. They're creeping up and the action's picking up and the storytelling's getting really good. And we finally get to see the character a few months ago when they were filming all this. And one of the actors, may he rest in peace, I can't remember his name. He played the shirtless guy on a horseback. Remember when he passed away and there was this big thing and he died like a skiing? Yeah, that was a cat.
Skiing
accident, the guy that.
Yeah,
that was him. Good role. I didn't understand why they were stick fighting on horseback. That's not for me to understand. I love the episode though. I love the fact that I saw Moon Knight actually fighting people as opposed to just like this parademon. So it's kind of cool. The one thing that I didn't like was 1 minute he was bulletproof and the next minute he was getting stuck with sticks. That kind of threw me off. But his wife played a great role. Her character this episode was just amazing to me. So overall, great episode. I think it's going to be, next episode, Quincy said that according to internet records, it's going to be, the groundbreaking, earth shaking type of thing. So we'll see.
Before I forget, I just want to say I have a crush on his wife. I love her hair.
Really?
Her look. Yeah, I think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
I really do.
Even on the scooter?
I really do. Yeah, all that, man.
Especially on the scooter.
Thinking all that curly hair, man. I love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what'd you think, man? I mean, Khonshu was a little bit more personable. He was sitting on a cart, like with his legs crisscross applesauce, talking to, and we're going to get to the fact that another personality was killing people and nobody can figure out who it was. So that'll be fun. T, what do you got, man? What do you think?
Yeah, I liked it. I got a quibble I'll get to in a minute, but I like the adventuring nature of it. They're off in these exotic locations. It's got kind of a Indiana Jones National Treasure type feel to it.
That was
going
my
around
thought.
the place, kicking ass in exotic locales. Pretty cool. I like that we got to see more of Mark. But at the same time, when we do see Steven, he's actually being useful. He's not just being this bumbling coward. He's actually, you're actually getting to take advantage of his particular skill set. So that was pretty cool. The thing that I didn't like, though, is when they were having the little trial, they just took Arthur at his word for everything that he said. They didn't send, like, wouldn't you have sent an avatar out to go and investigate what he was up to instead of going, oh, well, this guy is clearly telling the truth about every little word that he said, and Mark, clearly you're just crazy. So this trial is over. It's like, come on, you guys are supposed to be gods, and like really? You just take this guy's word and go, oh, clearly this guy's telling the truth. Trial over. Like, come on, really? Like,
right?
That was just lazy writing, in my opinion, just to get from point A to point B.
I agree, man. They just threw him under the bus. It's like, do you feel all right? And they're asking him, do you feel all right? It's like, no, I don't feel all right. I'm being controlled by God. Would you feel all right? No. Oh, man. Mike, check it out. Check out some night.
I really enjoyed this episode. Really, 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 really. It was a good episode. Like everybody said, they enjoyed it. I liked the trial. It was kind of weird. What's his name? Mark? Not Mark. Ethan Hawke's character, whatever his name. Arthur. He was in straight Karen mode. I promise you. I could see she was telling the police what happened at the park. I was like, oh my gosh. He is just in the perfect, had his hands crossed. Yes, sir. And this is what happened.
Dry snitching like hell.
Oh my God. He was in Karen mode. I can see how somebody's going to get shot messing with him. He was just snitching. But, but again, this got me excited, and I put it in the chat. 26 minutes and 33 seconds in, they said Madripoor. And those people who know, Madripoor is a city from the Wolverine comic back in the 90s. And when I heard that, I hollered. Oh, God, I hollered. Like, we coming. That's the first time I heard anything mutant-wise in an MCU project that I can recall. When they said Madripoor.
Mike. They mentioned in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They went to Madripoor in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I don't remember that at all. I don't remember that, but I'm glad.
Yeah, there was a whole episode they spent there.
Did they really?
What's the girl's name?
Yeah.
Peggy's niece was there.
I had to rewatch that. Agent Carter, the little one.
No.
Sharon.
Sharon
the
Carter.
one that Cap was
Sharon,
dated.
that's her name.
He dated both of them. I don't remember that, but either way, I was still happy to get it. 26 minutes in, I was happy.
Cap was trying to violate all the Carters.
Maybe they got some kind of family trait that he likes. I don't know.
Pheromones.
Yeah,
DNA.
he dug them. The booty used them.
That's terrible.
That was my thing though. So I was happy to see that.
I dig it. Tash, you check it out?
I did. And I did like the episode. I don't really have a standout moment from the episode, but I do have a question about all the avatars and the gods. Like, who are these other gods supposed to be? And they seem to shun Khonshu. Like, what did he do exactly that he was on bad terms with them? Does anybody know?
Oh.
Because he said that, Khonshu couldn't be trusted and stuff like that. They said it during the trial, I thought.
Well, seems like mostly they're not supposed to interfere with humanity anymore, but he still continues to do so. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to just observe, but he's actively interfering.
Yeah.
Okay.
The world has, quote unquote, evolved past the gods and the goddesses of that time. And they feel like, you know what, they've given up on us, so we're going to give up on them.
But is that the only reason why?
That's their whole thing, is that if they don't want to believe in us and respect us, even though we exist, we're just... Well, Khonshu...
I think they mentioned it, on that episode, like his interference.
Okay.
Yeah, he has an active avatar and his avatar goes out and does these things. And so... Everybody else pretty much backed off.
I thought it was something else.
They don't want to have any type of dealings. No.
Oh, I thought it was something else completely. Like he was
Nah.
a god that turned bad or something. I don't know. But this is going to sound terrible. I don't like how Ethan Hawke's character looks. The long hair with that outfit is just not. It's not looking good to me. I'm just like, please do something with your hair.
You don't like the scraggly Kevin Bacon he's got going on?
No.
The male
Did
Karen.
anybody
really
else
don't.
hear the glass in his shoes when he was walking?
Yeah, I heard it.
No.
Yeah, it was terrible. That just sounds painful.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I was
he
like, you
put.
still
Yeah,
got
that
that
first
glass in them
episode when I
shoes?
saw
Right.
it,
I can't.
it looked painful.
Yeah,
Um,
that was
still
all his
rock-
idea too. He asked him if he could come up with that glass idea, and then he was like, "If I can do this, then I'll do the role, but I want to be able to add my own little quirks to the character."
And the glass is his idea.
Yeah.
What purpose does that? Did he say what the purpose of him doing that is?
Yeah, he came up with something. I'll link you to the interview later.
It's got the same theory as the people who walk on hot coals, I think.
Wow.
Same kind of vibe behind that.
Wow. Ethan's special.
Method actor.
Yeah. No, let's not do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
One more thing, I do like how they keep in tune with when Steven puts on the suit, it's the actual like business suit kind of a thing. And then when Mark puts on the suit, it's the Moon Knight suit. So I wonder if when we see this third personality, what kind of suit he's gonna don. If each persona has their own version of the suit, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty awesome. And that would explain why he was able to get stuck with sticks. I mean, that just bothered me. He got jabbed. I mean, 1 minute Moon Knight's bulletproof, the next minute he's getting jabbed with bamboo shoots. That's kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
And then please explain why he had to remove his helmet to call out to Layla and then put his helmet back on. I'm like, what purpose did that serve?
That's the Marvel way. They all do it. Like,
got to get some screen time, some FaceTime.
The one that always bothers me is in Endgame, and when Tony goes to talk to Doctor Strange, and like there's lasers and aliens all over the place. He flies over and then lifts his helmet and then talks. Like, I know it's you, Tony. Like I can hear through the helmet. Like there are bullets flying everywhere. Like lasers. Like, why does he have to do that? Like they do it at the most awkward moments.
Oh man, it's like wipe before you poop. Doesn't make any sense. So Rob, did you check out Moon Knight, man? Did you check it out?
I had not gotten a chance to get around it, but I do have a question. Tasha brought up a point about them shunning Khonshu for still interfering with humanity, but isn't technically the alligator? She's also interfering with humanity through the avatar of
but she's dead though. She's technically dead.
Yeah, they're trying to rescue her or something. So she's not free yet, whatever she's doing. But it's
so they're not blaming her for his actions because they're just trying to, whereas he's directly as a god interfering.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
And to stay on the Moon Knight front, recent article posted, I shared it today in the Multiverse Unlimited, which if you don't know, Multiverse Unlimited on Facebook, check us out. But it talked about Gore the God Killer coming up in Thor Love and Thunder. A little bit more to get on that in a second when it comes to action figures and presentation. But Gore the God Killer, if you haven't heard of him, sorry for you. We'll talk about that another day. But apparently Gore may have a tie-in to Moon Knight because there were some gods missing from the little conference and meeting they had. And they think that Gore may have killed them. So how do we feel about him killing the Egyptian, gods? Not only that, but maybe Bast and other people. That's a great tie-in, I think. Quincy?
How did they come up with that? I mean, that's a reach. Right?
It's a reach.
I mean, like it's feasible. I mean, you're going to need cannon fodder for Gore to kind of get his threat across. I hope Bast isn't one of them, but she hasn't really been a presence yet in the Marvel U, which is a little disappointing. I hope they fix that. But Gore just looks weird. He's looking weird right now.
He does look weird.
Like not threatening at all.
No, he looks like Voldemort. He looks like a Voldemort Gandalf the White mashup, if you ask me.
He does.
Yeah. Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat,
Yeah. But going back to Moon Knight, I think this, like, to me the show was okay. I had a problem with the trial also. Like, it wasn't believable. Like, they didn't check, they just automatically took this guy's word for it. Like the fact that there's something wrong with him, like, what's the big deal with that? You guys are controlling humans right now. Like,
and you're
talking one.
And you're going to take the word of a guy that has glass in his shoe.
Right. And, like, you guys know him, so y'all probably know what the issue was with him and Kanchu. I think this is a show that'll look better or will make more sense as a whole when the show's over, after the 6 episodes are over.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I got distracted. That was pretty great, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike's in trouble.
And we got a con. Is a con next weekend, so he's ready for the con. That's going to be his cosplay to the Comic-Con next week.
That was great. Oh man!
So speaking on that article, for those who know the comics, he got the name the God Butcher from killing the Asgardians, right?
All gods.
Gods
he
in
was
general.
killing gods. Yeah, just
okay.
Thousands of them, all over.
Okay.
So it does make sense. He could have. Yeah. He could have done it. All right. Now
I like the idea of that.
Let's branch off into the action figure that has been presented. Now, the look of the action figure came out earlier this week, and he looks horrible. Honestly, he looks like a mashup between Gandalf the White and Voldemort from Harry Potter, in my opinion. I don't like the look. The God Butcher is supposed to be so much more menacing than what he looks like in that. It's terrible. And, shout out to Christian Bale. You'll never hear this, but shout out to you because Mike is eating a bomb pop. What? Dig it. No, it's fine. It's fine. I love bomb pops. Man, but
as loud as he was, he really likes it. Like I heard him.
I thought I was on mute.
You are now. I heard it.
Oh, my bad.
We had to mess with you. Had to mess with you.
It's good.
Man, but what do we think? I mean, why are they doing this why do they want him to look like that? Do you think it's just to make people happy and a warm fuzzy of the MCU? Because Gore the God Butcher is supposed to look like menacing.
Yeah, maybe it's a transformation kind of thing. That's how he's first presented, and then his real form comes later. They're kind of still hiding that behind the scenes.
This is his, his final form hasn't been revealed yet.
I wonder if they will actually bring in the symbiote. The sword, I should say. Into this.
The symbiote sword.
Yeah, now I'm curious about that. I know these images did not make Randy Green feel any better. He's not a fan of the humorous turn for Thor. And like, while I love Ragnarok, and Randy, that's my guy, and it's the only thing we disagree on is Ragnarok. I love that movie. This was concerning. Like, it's one of Thor's better villains. I'm actually tired of the villain because everybody was talking about him at one point, but I hope it's like what you're saying, Rob. It's not not his final, transformation or pre-transformation, but it's concerning. He looked like a monk.
Yeah, I kind of think of it less like a scene you'll see in like an origin description or him being in a flashback or something like that. How he got on the path of being a god destroyer,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Tasha, what's your question?
I do have a question, and it's probably going to be on the B-reel for this episode. So Quincy said symbiote and sword, right? So I don't know what the sword's function was from the end of the Eternals movie, and Kit Harington revealed a sword and we saw a blade. And then No Way Home, we saw a piece of the symbiote left behind. Any of those two go together or no? You guys are going to have to educate me because I'm not a comic book person. I don't know.
No,
Is it a stretch?
Ebony. It's if they do that, I'll be even more upset. Like the Ebony Sword is its own entity, cursed weapon.
Yeah.
The
I don't know
Necro
what the sword
was
was
established
from Eternals. I just saw a
The
sword,
Ebony
and
Sword.
apparently it was a
Ebony
big
Sword.
deal. Okay.
The Ebony Sword is the only thing that can
then
cut through
never mind.
adamantium. I believe so.
It cuts through anything, and it's cursed.
Vibranium, all that stuff.
Like all of it. Like it's cursed. Black Panthers had it, and Black Knight, but it's just a cursed weapon to the point where, like, I don't even know if anyone's using it right now.
The user becomes consumed with it, doesn't it?
Right. They turn evil or something. I don't know how Black Panther was able to use it. I think I read he had it blessed. So he was able to use it. He had it during Civil War. It was in his possession. He used it on Iron Man or War Machine, one of them. But the Necro Sword belonged to Null. So they're two different weapons. They should be.
I take it back because I had no idea about the.
No, this is how we learn.
That's a valid question, Tash. No, you're good.
Yeah.
I just took two pieces together. I was like, okay, a sword was brought up in this movie. Piece of the symbiote was in this movie.
It's easy to put two together.
Yeah. This is a learning moment, Tosh. It's okay.
It's all good.
Yes.
It's perfectly great.
Thank you.
All right, Tosh. You wanted to hand over Young Justice over to Quincy and Rob this week.
I did because I think they're going to have a whole bunch of theories to go off of based on characters introduced. However, before we go into that, I just wanted to give a timeline of where we are. So when we ended the episode with Calder and his arc, I went back to these episodes. We were at the timestamp of July 3rd. And so we're starting this week's episode with the timestamp of August the 24th. So it's been almost 2 months since Mara became the High King of Atlantis and where we are now. So with that said, take it away, guys.
I mean, I think you should still speak on it. I have no idea what's going on. Like, I have the introduction of Zod is surprising.
I need
so one
help.
was General Zod in the. Go ahead.
From the Man of Steel, Superman. That was that General Zod?
In the Phantom Zone, it was.
In the Man of.
It was General Zod, and go ahead.
No. The Man of Steel movie. In the Henry Cavill Man of Steel movie, that's General Zod. But what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Lor Zod or Drew Zod. Which one was he in Man of Steel?
It's Drew Zod is apparently like General Zod's full name, and the kid that was on Apocalypse is his son. And I know that that Nightwing named himself after a Kryptonian, and like one of Lor Zod's aliases is Nightwing. So like technically Nightwing named himself after that character. Nightwing's originally Kryptonian, the first Nightwing in DC. So like I don't know what it means that you have two Kryptonians showing up in different spots, and Darkseid pretty much put him in charge of a mission. Don't know what that means. So I have no idea where this is leading to. The only thing that I won't say this yet because I had to see more, but it was a good episode. Like I love that they went to New Genesis and Green Lanterns were brought up. It It was probably my favorite episode this season so far.
And did you see it yet, Rob? No. Okay.
No.
All right. So, to go to the secret code, I think Quincy's right where it's invitation to kneel before Zod, and here's why. There's 26 episodes for this season. It's already been confirmed. I counted all the letters. We already have invitation to kneel, and then today's episode was beyond the grip of the gods. So that's the B. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 episodes left. And the letters before Zod fits all 8, the remaining 8. So Quincy nailed it, and Rob nailed it. I really don't think that it's anything else but that. The letters fit perfectly with the amount of episodes that we have. But
yeah, it kind of become synonymous with DC Comics whenever you see the word kneel, before Zod comes after it.
Well, Rob, you nailed it last week with the Phantom Zone call out because that was correct.
They did confirm it. They gave the timestamp after Drew Zod met up with Superboy. They confirmed it was the Phantom Zone. So, good one.
Is this the first time they reference any Kryptonian besides?
I think so.
Besides Superman and Superboy, has there been any other reference?
Mm-mm.
I can't recall one.
No.
Nope.
Not that I can.
That's why this is so out of nowhere, like them showing up.
Shit.
All
right, listen.
That girl needs to wake up.
Should I recap the episode?
Who, me?
Go ahead.
No, should I recap it?
Yeah.
With what happened?
Girl, Mike, not you. Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't see any promotional art. It's probably out there and got released, but it looks like we're now entering Rocket's arc, which I did mention last week or 2 weeks ago. We got to see Rocket and what she's up to at some point. So she is a member of the Justice League now, and she's on her way, as Quincy said, to New Genesis with Forager and Jay Garrick's Flash. And they're meeting up to have some kind of alliance between the New Genesis gods and the Green Lantern Corps and the Justice League. While they were there, a New Genesis bug, basically whatever type of being Forager is, a similar type broke into a New Genesis warehouse and stole what looked like a power cell. And we were introduced to, I should have wrote his name down and I didn't. And you know what? It's going to confuse a lot of listeners because the name is similar to who we just talked about in the Calder arc. They named him Orion for the gentleman on New Genesis, but we had Arian in the Calder arc, who was the grandson of Vandal Savage. So I'm gonna try to enunciate. Orion was called, what is it, the Dog of War? Is that what he's called, Quincy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call him the Dog of
Jay's
War.
favorite character there. No?
He went on a little bit of a rampage towards the end of the episode. But anyway, him, Jay, Garrick, and Forager, Rocket, all of them went to go retrieve this power cell from the Forager bug. It's confusing because the other bug is named Forager. Female Forager. She stole the power cell to take it back to her hive. They went after that cell because it was dangerous. And Orion kind of went berserk. And it looks like he's relying on, the mother-father box technology to keep himself in check. We don't know if he's some kind of robot or cyborg. He's embedded with some kind of technology.
Well,
but he was kind of off.
Darkseid's son.
Yeah, that's Darkseid's son, his real son.
Did they mention that in the show, or is this comic book lore?
Not in the show.
I don't think they
it's
mentioned it in the
book,
show.
so
Okay. Yeah,
there was a trade made when New Genesis and Darkseid had a peace treaty, and they switched sons. Mr. Miracle, I think, was it, and Orion switched. So one went to Apocalypse, and one went
I'm
to.
pretty sure it's Mr. Miracle.
I thought it was the other guy, the guy who was with him in the green. I thought that was his All-Father's son. I can't think. Calabac? I thought he was the son.
I don't think it was him? Calabac, was it?
Calabac is the unwanted son of Darkseid, I thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, everybody, if you haven't noticed in the past few comments, we have J-Pat in the room. J-Pat just showed up. Welcome, my man. I will get your shotgun answers for the previous comments, previous topics in a second. So go ahead, Tasha. Continue.
So we have Macomb trying to earn Darkseid's loyalty, and that's when we're on Apocalypse, we see Lorzod, as Quincy said, and Macomb is supposed to follow any and all orders Lorzod gives him. Then in the middle of all of this, we see Superboy in the Phantom Zone. They did confirm this. And he's starting to get what's known as like a sickness from just being in that realm. And he's hallucinating seeing Lex Luthor. And so he meets Druzod and kind of snaps him out of it to get him to like not succumb to that sickness. So we see that they had this emblem of a Z on their shirts. And so at first, I thought it was the same guy, but he could like split himself into realities. But then they gave him a different name, and I was like, okay, so this is a completely different person. I have no idea what's going on. That's why I was like, Quincy, you're going to have to help me with this. And then during the end credits, we see... Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I was just going to say real quick, in the Kryptonian culture, the symbol is their family crest.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why all the Zods would wear the Z, and all the L's would wear the S's, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, House of L, House of Zod, like the families like under those like titles.
Okay, so yeah, then that was a big hint for you then that they were Zods before they even said their names, because they zoomed in on the emblems first, and then they introduced the character. At the end, for the end credits, it was Superman and somebody else. You see them back of their heads, and they're trying to get new people to join the Justice League reserves. And you see a whole grid of different heroes. But they said they didn't have the pictures of 3 people. They mentioned Peacemaker, which I thought was weird. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, please say the second person's name. Please say it again. What was it?
It was Etrigan.
Thank you. Yep. And then and the Phantom Stranger. Now Etrigan was that was the being from Zatanna's arc where he drank the potion and kind of beasted out a bit.
Yeah, with the cape.
Yeah.
The guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I know that name sounds familiar, but I couldn't pronounce it. So yes, those 3 were name dropped, and I thought listeners would be curious about it, considering we've talked about Phantom Stranger and dude's name, Etrigan. Thank you. Okay, Yep, Etrigan. But also Peacemaker, who just randomly shows up just from the Suicide Squad movie in his own show. Now he's being mentioned in Young Justice.
Yeah.
We have not gotten an update on Beast Boy. Beast Boy still stinks somewhere.
He still stinks.
He's in the shower.
Someone should have put him in a headlock and thrown him in the shower by now.
Yeah. There was another... Go ahead, Tash.
Okay, one last thing and then I'm done. We don't know what's going on with one of Zatanna's trainees, the one who couldn't say Shazam. we haven't seen anything about her yet.
I would just wanted to mention there was one more. There was one more shout out right in the beginning. Did you see what city Rocket was in?
Mm-mm.
It was Dakota
I
City.
missed it.
That's
Oh,
not
sweet.
Yeah, that's technically not in
Nice.
the DC universe. That's a milestone shout out, and that's where she's originally
Isn't that where she's from?
Yeah, that's where she's from.
Yeah,
She's
that's
not
Icon's sidekick, right?
right, and like they're from that Dakota verse. That it's kind of complicated with Milestone and DC, but
Yeah, that gets fuzzy.
Didn't they fold them into DC universe? They're like a
They're one of the random Earths, Earth number something something.
Is that where they are now? Like I know pre 52 they were rolled in there because
I think they're Earth now. They're a different Earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Superman was in an issue of Justice League. Him and Icon had like a little run-in.
Yeah, a little fight there. A couple of years ago, yeah. Because the two groups that fought, Shadow Cabinet and the Justice League, they had a little run-in.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I got for Young Justice this week.
All right. J. Pat, welcome to the show, my man.
I think I had a little bit of work to do, but I managed to get myself on.
Understood. All right. Quick rundown for you. Gilbert Godfrey. What do you think? What do you think of him?
Oh man, he's classic. Lots of laughs, lots of years of laughs and funny times, but sometimes they go too soon.
That's true. What's your one Gilbert Godfrey? What's your Gilbert Godfrey memory? The one thing you think of?
I think the voice is the biggest memory.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if there's any specific like movie or show where it's just like, oh, Gilbert Godfrey, but like whenever you hear his voice, you're just like, oh, I know who that is.
That's that dude.
That's that old man answer. That's what I said. Yeah.
That's what you said?
It's pretty much that I found something they did go to, but it's like, hey.
The same first comic, the same Gilbert Gottfried answers.
Yeah, they all went to Aladdin. They're like, I ain't watch Aladdin. Just
oh man, Stranger Things 4. The trailer. Did you check it out?
I didn't check it out yet.
Okay. All right.
This week has been super busy for me. I haven't had a chance to catch up on any of my normal stuff. I haven't watched Halo. I haven't watched Moon Knight.
Oh, all right.
I've just had like anime in the background, like just as noise.
That clears it out. Understood. All right. Well,
what you watching? One Piece?
No, I haven't watched One Piece. I've been catching my boys up on My Hero Academia.
Me too, man. I'm on like
good answer.
4. Yeah, I'm on season 4, episode 80. Was it 89 overall? Okay. 89, something like that. He just finished fighting. It was a festival. It was the episode of the festival.
Yeah. The what's it called? Villain,
the T dude,
the gentle,
yeah,
the gentle hero,
yeah,
with the air powers,
yeah, that dude. Yeah, I just finished.
He was kind of cool though.
Yeah, he was slick with it. It was kind of creepy because he had like this 12-year-old girl he was running with, and she was like, "I love you." I was like, "No, dude, just creepy. Put that away." So, yeah, no, not so much. But the Warner Brothers deal went down. Quincy, I want you to touch on that one, man, because this strikes really, really close to you.
Well, am I mute? No, I'm not. So the deal's done. And at this point, so to me, the biggest difference between Marvel and DC was just who was in charge. And Warner Brothers, the problem was like who was in charge, what direction they wanted to go into. And I read an article today, and it was by Eric Diaz for Nerdist, and they pretty much hit all the dots on what they need to do. And one of them was keep the DC side of the house healthy because there's money there. Despite the criticism that the movies get, like they made money. Now just imagine what they would do under some direction. They also said that they should embrace the standalone movies They do well, and they do it in the comic books. And DC does it a lot with standalone stories all the time, and they work. Um, they they suggested not doing a reboot because, I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with the actors, and some of the properties are successful. Shazam, and I'm still gonna say Wonder Woman, even though the last one was not good.
Aquaman's what they're kind of leaning on too.
Yeah, I like the Aquaman a lot. It's not. I like that movie. More Superman. I mean, honestly, like that's the biggest strike against anyone who was in charge of Warner Brothers the last couple of years. Like Superman, Man of Steel came. I don't even know the year Man of Steel came out, but
it's been over 10 years.
2013.
It has to have been. Who had a date?
2013.
Yeah, that's over 10 years.
It's right at 10 years.
Yeah, and like that's criminal. So like they need to do that. Henry, to his credit, he hasn't waited for them. He went and he's going to make his money and make his movies. Yeah. The other thing that they suggested, I don't know about this, but he had success. They suggested promoting Greg Berlanti. He's the one in charge of the Arrowverse. Now, apparently, he's involved with the Green Lantern Project, and he's already helped with Doom Patrol. So, like, I didn't know he was involved in either one of those until I read. So, with DC, it's not. I don't think they had like inferior properties or characters. It was just like you got to organize a little better. And I'm glad this deal. It seems like the first thing they have to do. Tim Carter, I think someone else posted an article. They need to find their Kevin Feige equivalent, somebody that's in charge. They got to find somebody, and they got to put things in order to be more consistent. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's done, and I can't wait to see what they do next. Like everything's rumor right now, but the points that this guy made in the article, I could agree with him, and looking forward to what they have in store. Competition only makes you better, and that's for Marvel and DC. Like there are some wrestling fans in here. Mike, I think you remember what happened when WCW went over. Like there was like a steady decline in WWE. You need competition, and comic book fans win.
The Monday Night Wars happened.
Yeah, that was never be nothing like it, and ever again. But I'm hopeful. They got rid of the people, and let's see what's coming down the line.
Yeah, they need some more guidance. If they get somebody, not Kevin Feige, but someone like him, someone in the role like that. Terrence, what do you think?
Yeah, what you guys are saying. What I do like about Warner Brothers is that they'll try different things. Like they'll do things that Marvel won't do because they're under Disney and they want to keep this family-friendly structure. They'd never take one of their villains and do an R-rated movie. You wouldn't see something like Joker. What Warner Brothers does is that they will take an auteur director and just say, hey, you just go out and make the movie that you want to make. They wouldn't let someone like Matt Reeves go out and make, the type of superhero movie he wants to make like he did with Batman. They wouldn't let Todd Phillips go out and make the type of villain movie he wants to make like Warner Brothers did with the Joker. It's, hey, you're going to come in here and you're going to do the type of movie we want you to do. We're going to set some ground rules. We're going to give you a little freedom to, do some things in your style, but ultimately we're going to set down some ground rules because it's got to be part of this big, massive playground. It's got to, it's got to follow what came before. It's got to set up what comes next. So you never get the freedom to truly do what you want to do and just be in your own little bubble. So I think that's one of the good things about being with Warner Brothers is that you do get to have these directors just come in and just do what they want to. But on the other hand, when they've been trying to do the whole cinematic universe thing, as soon as there's one little setback, they change directions. They get scared. They change directions, and things just fall apart massively. It doesn't make any sense to me that an Aquaman movie can make over $1 billion, but a movie starring the entire Justice League is seen as a complete failure and can like barely make 600 million. That makes no sense to me. So yeah, if you want to start putting together a cinematic universe, you do need your own Kevin Feige. So I do support them going out and doing that, but at the same time, being able to have the leeway to have these other directors come in and just say, hey, James Gunn, you want to come in and just make this off the wall Suicide Squad movie and then do a Peacemaker TV show? That's great. Do your own R-rated shit and just have fun with it. So I think there's really good times coming ahead for Warner Brothers Media and that whole DC side of things.
Oh yeah. I agree. I want them to thrive because competition brings out the best in you. And right now it's pretty one-sided when it comes to comic book movies and hero movies like that. Marvel has definitely, run over them. And not saying that the DC movies aren't good. They're good in their own respect. They're not, cut from the same mold as the Marvel movies. So, man. Rob, what do you feel about it?
I'm happy it happened. I mean, it's been a long time coming. The writing has been on the wall for a while for them to make this buyout, but it's just been the decisions that the executive board at the Warner Brothers have done have ruined almost every DC movie that's come out. Especially anything pertaining to Zack Snyder. Obviously, they had something out for his vision that he had going on, and they had to change everything every time there's a slightest criticism. But this new team, they're keeping the conversation open for something of a completion for the Snyderverse, and the fact, just simply the fact that they mentioned the criminal underutilization of Superman in the DC. I mean, he's the cornerstone of DC. And he's had one movie by himself. I'm glad that they're noticing that, and that just seems like a good, course correction. And we'll see if that actually pans out to something, that we'll all enjoy. Fingers crossed.
Hope so. They have time. They have more time. Well, I can't say they have more time than money because they're pretty rich. We'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. I'm all about it. Because, us as fans, we look forward to those things and give us more Superman. Because what did you say, 2013? Wow.
2013, yeah.
That's terrible.
Man of Steel.
That's terrible. Any other opinions? No? All right.
I do want to say something to what Terrence mentioned, James Gunn. After he finishes Guardians, I wouldn't be surprised if he latched on with DC, especially if they're coming back with Peacemaker. There's new heads there. Maybe you don't have to leave, dude.
What do you think about? Around. What do you think about Gunn doing a Lantern? It's cosmic, and there's some funny stuff in the Lantern Corps.
As long as it's not like Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't want that. I remember he was before he got fired by Marvel for old ass tweets. I know he was in position, I believe, to run the cosmic side of Marvel. I only heard it once and never heard about it again after he got fired. But I think he's somebody you need to have if you're trying to be successful, because he is. But he can be involved. I don't want Guardians of the Green Lantern.
No,
probably.
I think
he's a good Guy Gardner.
Yeah, he'd be a great Guy Gardner guy. But I think that he nailed down the space, the space thing. It doesn't have to be Guardians, but
that's not fair. Yeah,
no,
that's
he
not fair.
definitely has a great feel for being off planet, which I think is going to be the best part. I want to call it now. I think he's going to be I think they should put him in charge of the Lantern Corps because he has nailed down the space thing, the cosmic part of the realm, and DC's never touched on it yet, but who's to say they won't? And they'll do it well. I think so.
Green Lantern to me is like one of the easiest things to translate from comic to a screen. Like it's really bad that they haven't even gotten to them.
They did.
I didn't.
But
I mean, yeah, I had a problem. I know some people didn't mind the movie. I hated the villain that they made. I can't think of his name. Hanshaw. What's his name, Rob? What the head?
The big head guy.
Hanshaw. Hank? No, I'm thinking about the cyborg.
It's Dr. Hammond, isn't? No,
Hammond. Something like
Hector
that.
Hammond. Hector Hammond. Yeah.
Out of all the villains, seriously.
That movie also suffered from the Galactus Green Cloud problem too.
Oh yeah,
and it also suffered from the aforementioned studio interference as well.
Yeah,
there are a lot of people that I know that the director had approached Nolan about having Lucius Fox appear in that movie, and that was Submarine too. They were trying to Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds.
I like that movie. I'll be honest.
I liked it too.
I did not care for it really.
I like that.
I still think that he would have been a better Kyle Rayner,
or a Guy. Not a Hal to me.
I can see Guy, but I had no problem with that one. And I would say this on record: I had no problem with the Galactus Cloud and Fantastic Four. It didn't bother me at all.
Boo.
Let me explain why. Before y'all jump on me. I never expected to see Galactus. I thought it would just be a teaser.
And we did.
Man in a purple
I thought it was just a teaser.
Galactus.
So I was looking for him. I thought it was a teaser.
We saw a universal fart.
It was just. I figured we will get the next movie. If it was to be a third one, then we were gonna get Galactus. I never expected to see him. That was enough for me right now. Just that little teaser.
All right.
Go ahead,
T.
I just wanted to go back to Gunn for a second. Like as tragic as it was that Gunn initially got fired for those old tweets they had apologized for years ago. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of happy that he's not running the galactic side of Marvel, because as much as I love the Guardians, I wouldn't want all of the cosmic side of Marvel to be that same tone. As much as I love his movies, like I wouldn't want the first appearance of Galactus or a lot of that cosmic stuff to be comedic.
But he's got Adam Warlock though, and Adam Warlock is not funny at all. If you've read any of his comics, he has no idea what the hell humor is. So
yeah, and we don't know, like we won't know. The jury's out till we see Volume 3, so we don't know what that's gonna. I'm sure the movie's gonna be great, but the first appearance of Galactus or some of those cats, I wouldn't have wanted it to be in the same tone as a James Gunn movie. Like I'm sure I would find things to love about it, but I don't think just like people are getting tired of the Marvel formula. With some things, like I wouldn't want a Silver Surfer movie to be in that tone. Like I think some things need to start getting a bit more of a serious tone, humor thrown in. But some of these like space adventures, I want them to kind of like start dialing it down just a bit, dialing it back.
I think a surfer movie with the feel of the Incredible Hulk with what's his name? Norton. Yeah. I think that type of feel will be good. It's kind of serious because we know Norrin Rad is not really a jokey joke, haha dude. I think that would be a good feel. Little dark, little grim, but gets the point across.
Like I would still want him involved, but like to Terrence's point, I like the look. Like I love the Guardian movies. Like I love the music, the look. I love all that. But I just think that's their thing.
Yeah, that's their niche.
And like for Galactus to come out to a old Jackson 5 song would be confusing. Like, and this it's nothing. Like, I like Gunn. Like, in the feel to Peacemaker was different. Besides the music, that was probably his.
And
probably
the intro
staple.
that I skipped every time.
Right. So, I'm looking.
Yeah, I don't want Silver Surfer rolling up the glasses and being like, "You giant dick."
Right. I think like creative mind, like he's one of the best, but like you're going to have to switch it up. I need a different flavor here.
I can dig that. I get down with that for sure. He has a great feel, but sometimes it wears thin. It's like Taika Waititi. His feel is good, but it gets a little old after a while.
I'm dreading what he's going to do with this.
Oh, you didn't ask him
Thor,
about
Love, and Thunder.
We were talking about that.
We already talked about that. My bad.
You
You're good. You weren't here.
Yeah.
I saw that Gore figure. I don't know. I think we're going to have a nerd uprising because Gore's too much to just kind of flake off like that. Just make him like a dude with white skin.
Yeah.
Too much for one.
Like Voldemort and Gandalf the White mashed up.
It's too much for one movie. Like that's like a part one.
That needs to be a trilogy.
Yeah,
the God Butcher story.
Yeah,
and the Waititi dude, he wastes storylines because with Thor Ragnarok, he wasted the whole World War Hulk. Like we can't have that now. We can't have World.
I want to know whose idea that was because to your point, that was a waste, and that's one of the better storylines like ever, in my opinion.
It showed his true strength.
Planet Hulk. I'm sorry, Planet Hulk. Not World War Hulk was.
Planet Hulk. Sorry,
Planet Hulk was.
Yeah,
better.
The whole thing with Planet Hulk is it's a rights issue because if they do a Hulk movie, they have to give distribution rights to Universal.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they could figure out a way.
Money talks, man.
Just like what Jurassic Park, life always finds a way. Disney always finds a way.
They
got
get
around that.
They get around it.
That would be a brutal movie too. Like I don't know if they would make that one. Like a lot of Gladiator.
Hand it to Sony, they'll make it.
Can we ever get Gordon? Can we ever get a God Butcher storyline now? I don't think we'll be able to.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
With 3 Thors fighting at one time? How epic would that be?
It all depends on if they kill them off like they've done so many other villains.
It all depends on how they use them. Like to me, like Marvel, sometimes they put stuff in just to say that they've done it.
Yeah,
I
like that one shot with what's his name, the devil dude,
Mephisto.
Yeah.
Dude.
No.
Oh man, get the hell out of here!
You had me looking like, what
not
you
doing
talking
that.
about?
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell did that miss?
Yeah, I'll say this is the type of storyline that demands that Zack Snyder type of direction and cinematography.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be dark.
It needs to be darker because Gore was.
If Gore tells one joke, I'm walking out the theater.
Yeah, the movie's over. It is. He
tells one joke.
Everybody's pushing away from the table. I'm done. Gore's not.
I'll just be in the back of the theater, like, what the hell is this?
Out loud,
right?
Yeah.
I'll go to get my money back.
Comic book
you
guy.
don't need to go. I'm telling you, he's gonna be
carrying it up.
He gonna make a joke, y'all. He gonna make at least one joke.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
You and Randy drive to Taika Waititi's house, like, yo.
They got him in a road.
I will apologize.
Kick in that front door.
We can drive up. Yeah. I liked Ragnarok, but like there was no character in there really for him to ruin too much. But like Gore is just like, it's a brutal story, man. Killed thousands.
That's the story that got me back into collecting comic books.
That's what. Wait, when did that come out?
Was that like 2012 or something like that?
So that was after he resurrected because he was in Oklahoma at that time.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. That's when they put Asgard in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, I loved it when it was there. I really did.
Because I stopped collecting comic books for at least 5 years. When I read that, I was like, huh.
I stopped collecting comics for a long time too.
Interesting.
Maybe I'll start buying them again because this is kind of dope.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And Watiki got him telling dad jokes.
I tell you what, I got a question, fellas. Since we're kind of talking about comic movies, we are talking about comic movies. You guys missed last week. Did you guys listen? Did you guys have Terrence and Jay? Do y'all have an X-Men team that y'all would pick? If you could pick your own team.
That's
what we asked last
have
week.
A movie for?
Yeah. What would be your team?
What would your members be?
Six members. Who would your 6 members be?
6. Colossus, definitely. He's my favorite X-Men. I would pull up somebody obscure like maybe. Well, is he really X-Men? Sync. He's a mutant, but I like Sync.
We'll take him.
He's like
he's on Krakoa, so we'll take him.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna bring out Sync. Iceman. I'll even do Cyclops because he's. I dig Cyclops.
Disrespectful to even though.
I don't know if I do Storm.
Oh wow!
Because I think I'm getting stormed out. Like I like Storm as a character.
Oh, she wasn't the last one. Yeah, she wasn't the first.
And then I don't know. They're going to have to get some like. I think Halle Berry just ruined my expectations of Storm. Like, they're going to have to get somebody real extra magnificent to play Storm. I don't think the person's out there yet.
I got a girl, but y'all don't watch Bel Air. The girl playing Hillary now, but I
Oh,
don't know
really?
if she
I
can
have to
do
check
an
it out.
accent. Coco Jones, is that her name? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Maybe Cable.
Really?
Somebody said Cable last week, right?
No, that was Bishop.
There's Bishop.
Bishop.
Okay.
I put Bishop. Yeah, he was on my possibles.
Oh, this is interesting. And I don't want to say Wolverine either because he's overused.
That's what I said.
I can't use Wolverine.
Nightcrawler?
Who am I list? Nightcrawler's a possibility. He's up there because I dig him. I'm trying to find somebody like an interesting power that would be dope on screen.
Oh man, I don't know.
I mean, maybe somebody like Forge or something. I mean, that's a whole bunch of possibilities with him.
Well, if you don't have don't have Storm, you can definitely have Forge because they had their run.
Yeah. Have him making all type of crazy gadgetry and open up some time travel storylines with Cable.
Interesting. Terrence, what about you, man? That's a great question, Mike.
Let's see. I go for the classics. I'm gonna say off the top, no time travelers. I ain't getting involved in no time travel shenanigans. No Cable, no much love Bishop, no Bishop. I want no paradoxes, nothing like that. So, gotta have my dude Scott Summers, Cyclops. That's my man.
Damn right.
Right off the top. much as we Logan'd out, gotta have Wolverine in there. But he's not going to be at the forefront. He'll have a couple cool moments, but he's not going to be that dude that we push him to be like the main character of the movie. I'm gonna definitely give Scott his due, show him as a capable leader, being the Captain America of this movie. He ain't gonna be killed off screen like they did him in X-Men 3. None of that BS.
I agree.
Throw Jean Grey in there. Actually, give her something to do. I'm not gonna do any Phoenix nonsense this time. Like, I'm done with the Phoenix stuff.
Same thing
Phoenix,
I said.
No Dark Phoenix, none of that. Throw Colossus in there because I love the look that they gave him for the Deadpool movies. They got that right. So what I'm up to?
It's 3.
That's 3. Throw Storm in there. Like I said, I'm kind of going with the classics here. So what I'm up to? 4 now.
Yeah.
What else we got? All right, so we up to 4. Let's throw Psylocke in there.
Ooh,
little ninja action.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you want the Asian Cyclops? You want the Quan, not Betsy Braddock. You want Quanon, or however you say it.
Get Quanon. Okay, so we up to what are we up to now? 5.
5.
All right, so I need 6. All right. Let's see, and so I got this whole list now. All these names. I wasn't ready for this. Already. All right. And we just assuming Professor X is going to be there, right? So
yeah. He's a non-factor.
Yeah.
Non-factor.
So
is he going to have the big helmet on, or is he going to be like wheelchair Professor X?
This is wheelchair Professor X.
Okay.
Keep the helmet. He's evil. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, he is evil. He's definitely not a heroic.
All right. Let me pull one more out. One more. Hold on, y'all. Give me a sec now.
Fingers crossed you say morph.
Yeah. I got so tired of Morph in the cartoon just because Wolverine was Morph.
Yeah.
You know what? Just because they almost did a multiple man movie, and I thought that would have been kind of cool to see what they, how they could show his powers. Let me just throw multiple man out there because I think it would just be interesting to see what they could do with his power set in a movie.
Good old Jamie Madrox.
Oh, you know what? Now that you bring up obscure characters, what is that X-Men's name? And it's funny because I forget him, but he's the dude that everybody always forgets. Like his powers are just to be forgotten. You remember that dude?
Vaguely.
Now he could be somebody that could be hilarious in a movie.
Was it the world's worst mutant guy? Who was
something like that? Like nobody. He's an X-Men. He's been around forever, but nobody remembers him because his powers that you just forget him.
Forget me not.
That sounds so familiar, but I can't place him. I can't.
Here, I'll drop it.
Wow.
Nah, you know what? Drop multiple man. I don't know. I was thinking with that. That's dumb.
Like the Sixers have changed their selection.
Pull the Warner Brothers there.
Yeah. That'd be a nice little indie. That'd be a nice little MCU TV show. Little 6-episode TV show by multiple man. Screw it, Beast. Just throw Beast in there. We need a smart guy. We need a smart guy. So Beast.
Blue Beast or Bigfoot Beast? Which one?
Blue.
Oh,
blue.
Man. I like the Bigfoot Beast.
So unfortunately, the only diversity I got is Storm and Psylocke. I'm sorry.
Hey,
those are my only diversity hires. Sorry.
Check 2 boxes. It's okay, man. You'll get your budget.
But why don't you do some more for the second flick?
Yeah.
Hey, well, each one of them are worth 2 checks, right? So
yeah.
They're exactly. Women and so.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go, man. I'm telling you. We got our budget for the year. Buttholes. Man. So, that was great. We missed you guys last week, and thank you for your input on that topic because I know Mike was just nodding like crazy when you were talking about like the Summers, man. He was just like, y'all can't hear my head, but Mike.
Y'all need Summers. We need Summers. Cyclops, like Jay said, Terrence has to be his Captain America moment. It was Terrence. We need that. He needs to show he's an ass kicker, not just crying for Gene in the corner. We need him to do that. We need
It'll
him.
happen.
He does it in front of everyone.
Cranky asshole man say, "Oh, never mind. We'll keep it positive. Keep it positive. No negative. No negative.
I was reading my X-Men comic over here.
I'm sure you.
Oh man!
Old ass.
Well, speaking of you two,
I said Rogue.
Crazy. Rogue. Speaking of you two guys, man, great contest coming up, listeners. We want to have a guest host. We want to have a chance to have another guest host on here and see what goes on. Quincy and Mike are spearheading this event, this thing. So I want you guys to tell them what the rules are because, I want this to happen. This is going to be fun.
I'm sorry, let me gather myself. I'm looking at Mike's face because he's confused. So we already have a test subject that we want to bring in, but what we want to do is bring in a guest host or guest, and this will be based on the top 5 contributors on the page. We'll raffle the names.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll have you on. Not maybe. We'll have you on.
We'll have you on. Yeah, it's definite.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. And you can hang out with us Friday night. And you have to agree with everything everyone says.
That's right. You gotta bring snacks. You gotta bring
You only want
snacks.
to be a yes man or woman.
You got to
That
bring
is
virtual
important.
snacks.
Snacks.
It's important.
You have to
Yes.
say Cyclops is right on air. That's
And you
part of
have-
He's got
You don't have to say
Cyclops
that.
to be right and wrong. You have to
Mm.
love and hate mutants.
it.
Yeah.
know.
And you have to feed Rob's cat, and then you have to feed Tasha's cat whenever Tasha's cat runs around the room. Okay. Rob's
Tasha.
cat is like the hidden ninth member of the team. But just like they said, man, we want to get somebody on here, talk to us about your opinions, because I know we talk a lot about our opinions. It'd be interesting to see what somebody else says. And we do have a lot of contributors. We're going to talk, we're talking about comments and posts and how much you can contribute to the group. And if you're in the top 5, your names will be put into a hat, and then we will, basically draw it out and see what happens. If your talk game is up, if you're free on a Friday night between the hours of whenever we start, whenever we end.
9 to whatever East Coast time.
Yeah, TBD. Yeah, we'd love to do it. So Quincy's going to keep track of all the numbers of what people do. Post comments, post articles. We're going to keep track of it. And
Are we doing add members too, or are we just doing the post?
We can just do the posts for now. The posts and comments of value. Like we'll
Yeah.
all take a look, and so don't try to spam us out here.
Yeah, don't spam us out. If you write
And-
3 words down and then hit send and then keep on spamming us with comments, it's going to get filtered out. We know who you are. We still care about you, but we know who you are.
Just think critically.
Post. I'm done.
It was mentioned. I don't know if it was Megan or Jay, but like if you're posting an article that's already been posted, like we're gonna take it down.
Or click your wings.
Yeah.
It's gonna be big fun. I'm looking forward to it. Everybody's looking forward to it. Quincy, you said track the Matrix until the end of April, and then we're gonna push forward. We have a lot coming up in May.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna be the 3rd week in May. It's gonna be definitely after Multiverse of Madness review that we do. So yeah.
But let's not forget though, the 25th episode next time we're all on.
Yeah.
A landmark here.
Yeah, I like it. 25.
And I love it.
I love it. Wow. Yeah, I can dig it. So yeah, definitely contribute, and we'll talk it up, and hopefully you guys can show up. I mean, we do it on Friday nights. I know you guys have lives. We do too, but we adjust. So, but I think that's a freestyle time, right? Anybody got anything they want to throw into the universe real quick?
I do. Flashpoint Beyond. Like I think this may be the series for the year. Like it started off really good. I was just talking to my friend Jesus. He commented, "Oh, what are they rebooting again?" It's not a reboot. Thomas Wayne is back in the Flashpoint universe, which, if you read the Flashpoint, should be impossible. So he's gotten around. When he disappeared at the end of Flashpoint, turns out Thawne had grabbed him and dropped him in Gotham. He was messing with Bruce for almost a year with Bane. Then he ended up on Justice League Incarnate, running around with them, and then Darkseid killed him. And then he ended up back in the Flashpoint universe, and nothing was fixed. It looked like Flash did not fix anything. Bruce was still dead. Everything was how he left it. He tried to get Barry his powers again, and it did not work out this time. He's suspecting Thawne. It might be Thawne, but there was like a prelude to the story. Batman was in one of Rip Hunter's, one of his bunkers. Yeah, and like I don't know what Bruce is doing. Like he's altering time somehow. and he was warned by one of the Time Lords at the end of the first issue. But Johns is writing this. There's some mystery going on in it. And like this, if you haven't read it this week, I suggest you pick it up. It sounds like it's going to be good. It's not going to be a quick fix. It looks like everything that he thought of in Flashpoint, it's not working this time. He's got to go a different way. And if you like Flashpoint, read this. It's going to be good. Like, buy it, get it.
I'm gonna have to get it. Mike, comics, man, what you got, real quick?
Real quick, I haven't bought anything yet, but I just finished reading the Trial of Magneto.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty old, but
covers.
Yeah, it's just 5 issues. You really only need to read 1 and 5. 1 was amazing because you got to see Magneto cut loose after a while. Yeah, you hadn't really seen Magneto cut loose. Scarlet Witch basically faked her own death. Well, she did it herself, and she did that so she can go through the resurrection protocols. And even though she's not a mutant, but now she can go through the resurrection protocol. So there's a loophole whether she is a mutant or not a mutant. They haven't really said it, but we don't know. But by her doing that, she created this whole pocket universe.
Oh,
but
gosh.
Basically, this is crazy. It gets worse. Oh, you're shaking your head. Pretty much anybody who has ever been a mutant in Marvel Comics, it's possible to come back, even if they were dead before the protocols. Like they brought back Thunderbird. He did 30 years. If you were a mutant in Marvel, you can come back now. Anybody.
Where did they get the DNA from?
Something with Scarlet Witch. She created some kind of wormhole where they can go back and get you, and they can resurrect you. Anybody that I was like, whoa, that's
some loose writing right there. That's fast and loose.
But think about the possibilities of who they can bring back, though.
What did we say a couple of weeks ago? Her power is whatever the writers need it to be.
Right.
Yep, she is the ultimate Deus Ex Machina.
Because she's like, they were like, I can just come back. She just pretty much said, I can come back from the dead. Like, what? You can come back from the dead? How'd you get that? And she's almost some next level stuff, but you know, it was good to see her and Magneto. Their relationship is still pretty solid, even though technically he's not her dad. But that was pretty good.
Continue thinking like mutants or some like oppressed race now, like they own Mars. They could come back from the dead.
Themselves the rulers of the solar system,
right? They're the oppressors now. They're
And Iron Man is just I'm not. I ain't gonna say they're the oppressors. The Bible did say that. What did they say? The meat shall inherit the earth.
But they didn't inherit the earth. They inherited Mars.
They inherited taking it all that shit. God damn it!
Hold on. Jay, I'm writing this down for future
you can't write
conversations. No, here I got my Microsoft OneNote up.
But they're not terrorizing anybody. Who are they terrorizing? They haven't attacked anybody.
Listen.
Not yet.
They took over Mars and kicked everybody around. They got some non-mutants on that Mars. Planet. That one old dude with the fish, he belongs on Mars.
He won't nobody there. It might have heard of him.
That doesn't matter. Magneto built a metal castle in the middle of this guy's walking path, and nobody gives a shit.
He gave offered him a drink.
I got a question. I thought they retcon the retcon with them being with her being a mutant.
They never said.
I thought they went back on that. Okay, I thought they went back on that high evolutionary that little story with them not being mutants, and I thought they fixed that.
They still call her the Pretender, but now they don't hate her since she fixed her mistake. Like now they don't. Yeah, now that they don't hate her. She's still known as the Pretender since they see her as like a fake mutant. But
like Franklin.
Yeah, but they don't hate her now.
I hate that too. Franklin should still be a mutant.
Do they hate Franklin?
Yeah, that was a weird retcon.
That was really crazy what they did there.
He makes
that was
sense. He
weird.
makes sense to be a mutant. Just his parents have powers. He should be born with powers. That makes him a mutant. It makes sense.
Well, unless you have to have the X gene, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're born with powers, who else? Who are born with powers in Marvel Universe? What do they call those? If you're not an
mutants.
alien,
Okay, but the powers
Only
usually
people
pop
with the
out.
X gene are mutants.
Yeah, they usually pop out when they're like
in their preteens,
pubescent, right? Yeah,
right.
But Franklin was born with them.
He got cosmic powers, right?
Now, and he didn't then.
Now.
Now Franklin is omnipotent. Damn near. I mean, he should be at least.
Oh man, he's a Galactus cloud, and that is the cloud that Tasha's cat's running around chasing in the room right now.
I am very sorry.
It's okay. I found it hilarious.
I was like, oh no.
That was funny.
He's wanting to say I'm still here.
Yep.
I know, right?
It's all
Like,
good.
Mom, you've been silent for a minute. Make some noise.
She's like, I'm gonna make it for you. Oh man.
One thing for me, this past weekend I did see Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh.
I have no idea what I watched, to be honest with you. It was so out there. I don't know if I liked it or not.
You went to the theater?
Uh-huh.
What was it? What is that?
That
it's
Michelle Yeoh
Sandra
movie.
Yeoh.
Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh.
Okay.
This is Sandra Oh. Michelle Yeoh. Oh my gosh. Wrong one. I'm sorry. And you know what? I was telling myself,
Cancel.
don't say Sandra. Her name is Michelle.
They're gonna cancel you.
They're gonna cancel you.
I know. The martial arts was good, but towards the end of the movie, I did start falling asleep. I was nodding off a little bit.
I didn't know.
I
didn't know that she was a dancer before she got into martial arts.
Yeah.
You know, that's
if you guys want to check it out, I recommend just waiting until it comes on streaming.
Oh.
To be honest.
There was one more thing I wanted to mention in the vein of TV shows. I finished up. I don't know if you guys have watched Abbott Elementary. Comes on ABC. It's a good show. They finished their first season and the Wonder Years remake. It started off kind of slow to me, but it finished strong.
I watched it.
So
I haven't watched the last episode, but I've been watching it.
What's that? Which one?
The Wonder Years.
Oh yeah. It's a strong show.
Okay.
And Bel Air 2 weeks ago that season ended, and that was a good season. Like there's time for one more. So like springtime, some shows are ending. If you have time, take a look at those.
I finished Supergirl. I know everybody been abandoned Arrowverse, but I did finish that. It was a nice close. You know.
Okay.
That closed recently?
Maybe
I thought they
beginning
canceled
of the year.
it last.
No,
Okay.
Maybe January. I just got to watch it like last week, but it just
Oh, all right.
It ended for me.
Right. But it was they brought back everybody for the final little say goodbyes, but you know.
Okay.
I have one more.
One more. Okay.
One more. It's a very unique situation when you're watching Luke Cage and Misty Knight make out on Disney Plus. Okay, I was watching Luke Cage. Let me put it on. I'm like, oh, I forgot about this. And then the Disney emblem, popped up at the end. So I was like, okay, this is the world we live in now. It's okay. It's actually becoming more diverse now. It's not just kid stuff on it. Like I like that. They're all like there's some adult stuff on there, but I'm like, oh, okay.
Is the
watching
Luke and Jessica Jones still the same?
Oh,
yeah.
We got to check out the coffees. We got to see how much coffee they drink.
I was an NC-17. I had to adjust my parental controls for that to get access to that. Yeah, it's invisible if you don't adjust it from the settings.
Just audio only.
Shows.
Noted. No coffee.
Yeah.
Daddy, what's
Sweet
coffee?
Christmas.
Sweet Christmas.
Yeah. She asked me, "You want some coffee?" Like, I don't drink it. She's like, "Neither do I." Like, I loved that first season was great. I missed Luke. I haven't watched it in a couple of years.
I'm gonna check it out. I can't help it now that you brought it up.
The first season was awesome, but as soon as they killed off Cottonmouth.
Yeah.
That and what's my girl's name? His girlfriend on the second one.
Oh yeah,
She got so annoying.
yeah.
Luke's not helping people. She's so annoying. Claire, that's her name. Yeah.
The night nurse.
Yeah, one of the last things, like, Claire's here to see you. Tell Claire to go home.
It was Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson. Yeah, she got so annoying in that second season.
Nah, I still like her.
I like her too, just not in there. It was that, and it was the dreaded Iron Fist episode.
Oh,
no.
Hold on, listen. She was like, "You guys are going to fight the hand. I need to come with you." It's just like,
what? Like, why?
Exactly.
What you gonna do?
Exactly. Yes.
You ain't gonna but being a dang way.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done now.
All right, man. It was Rob. You got anything?
I was going to just say on the video game front, CD Projekt Red, for those who don't know, they're the ones who did Cyberpunk and The Witcher. They've announced they're going to do Witcher 4 with the Unreal 5 engine.
Oh, sweet.
And that they are releasing DLC for Cyberpunk next year. And that also E3 was canceled this year. Completely canceled. Digital and in person.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're probably going to do a restructuring, I would say.
That's not a loss. E3's been pretty boring.
Yeah.
Lately, the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Did anybody happen to pick up Cyberpunk when it was on sale for $5 this past week?
No, I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it.
It was only for the PS5, right?
I got it last year when it was $9.99.
Oh wow!
I got it at $5, but that was during Christmas.
You shelf it just like you do everything else.
Yeah, it's shelved.
Have you guys seen? Speaking of Unreal 5, have you seen that step up from ray tracing they have? It's not called ray tracing; it's called something else.
Ray tracing drags everything down, man. It's good.
Yeah, I have to look it up, but it's a new effect. It's a new it's like an upgrade of ray tracing.
Yeah, it's more integrated
it's
this
ridiculous.
time.
Yeah,
reflective surfaces, are almost like real.
It looks real.
The only game I like ray tracing on is Ratchet and Clank. That's the only game I like it on. The other games I just couldn't get into it because I pay attention to the story. Ratchet and Clank, there's not much story. It's just a whole bunch of bopping of alien heads. I don't know. But man, great episode, guys. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So, listeners, we're going to sign off for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, share, just like Tasha said last week in her great introduction. Not taking away from Mike's this week. So, until next week, we're going to sign off. This is Cosmic Lou with Mike, T-Money, QP, Ultra Doom, who slipped in at the last minute. That one guy, Rob, and Tasha. And please don't forget, please be kind to others because you have no idea what they're going through. So until next week, we'll talk to you later. Peace.
Later.
Peace. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen.